Alright guys, so I'm not sure if you heard about the new Roblox Piggy event. It's unofficial event. It's called the Piggyverse Blast to the Past. It's a really good event, so if you haven't checked it out, go check it out now. Part 2 is coming out tomorrow. But in this video, I'm going to be ranking all the 9 games from Part 1 based on which one's the best. And yeah, so, but before we start, I need to put out some guidelines. So, basically, I'm going to have a couple of guidelines. One is going to be how well that game revisits old Piggy. It doesn't really have to be a specific, just old version of Piggy. Because the whole really theme of the event is to bring back memories from back in the day. The second one is how easy or hard it is. Now, some of the games in the event are like really hard, and some of the games are pretty easy. I think should take about maybe 30 to 45 minutes, since there are only going to be 15. So I think that would be a good time range, because some of the games on this list are really hard. And finally, just how unique and how good the event is. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Starting off with Piggy Towers. Now, I think Piggy Towers is a pretty good game. It's just a tower defense game, but with like Piggy. But the quest itself is just a tower defense game, but it brings back some old memories. But it's not even the Piggy style. But I get that because it's a tower defense game, but it's kind of sad because the event is around Piggy. And yeah, the event is, but the main problem is the event badge is really easy. It takes like 15 minutes to get, because all you have to do is just beat that one round. There are some match quests, but I don't think you need to do them to get the badge. I didn't, and I still got the badge. And it's just so easy. Well, I mean, if you're looking for an easy badge, this is your game. But it's really easy. If you've played tower defense games, you know that what the route is, basically where the enemies walk along. The route is really long, but it's just super easy, and I'm gonna put it at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is the Insane series. Most people have heard of this fan game, and you either love it or hate it. The event for this badge is pretty hard. To start off, you have to beat a chapter called the Classic Hospital. And through the Insane series, if the name hasn't told you anything, this fan game makes Piggy maps, but super hard. So the Classic Hospital is pretty hard. Now, once you open the escape door, you have to go back and get a glitch key and escape with the glitch key. Then you have to go into Chapter 5, the school map for that game, and do a code for the... It's just, you do a code and you unlock the badge. It seems simple on paper, right? Just escape a chapter, do a code, easy badge. But it is anything but that. Alright? First of all, the chapter you're beating is called Classic Hospital. It is really hard. To start off, you have keys that are places you don't expect it to be. That's a big problem throughout the event. Alright? You're going to see it in several different games. Another one is, there are like 3 antagonists. There's Barry, there's, I forgot the name, but there's a bunny, and there's, like a wolf, like Willow, but a nurse. They all chase you. The only part that makes it somewhat easier is that you can get the bot stuck, through like some benches. That's the only part that makes it somewhat easier. Plus those bots, there's another entity that kills you. It's called, I forgot, but it's like these eyes, and it turns into darkness, and if you step into the darkness, it kills you. that is really hard too. Um, it's a great. I think if you get past those spots, get them stuck, it's pretty easy. But getting them stuck isn't that easy. Um, but so once you complete that, get the glitch key, boom, you're out. You go to chapter 5. Now here's this. You may think this is the simple part. Just get a code. It's not that hard. But getting the code, you have to do a few things first, right? And then the bot spawns in, and for some reason, this map, the hallways are really tight, alright? And it's not very easy for you to escape the bot while doing the code, just because of how narrow it is. If you do manage to do it somehow, the bot also kind of shakes your screen, which kind of messes you up a little bit too. But it just took me a couple hours, maybe 2 hours to get this badge. But honestly, it's a good one. It doesn't bring too much back memories, because I mean the classic hospital was already in the game before, in the Insane series, before the event was added. So the developers really didn't do much except add a glitch key and that code into the school map. But it doesn't bring back too many memories. And it's really, really hard. It's actually the last badge I got. But it's really hard, which is why it's going in number 8. Coming in number 7 is Piggy Swapped Stories. And it's really sad for me that I have to put it this low, because Piggy Swapped Stories is one of my favorite fan games. I love this fan game. It is one of my favorites, right next to, I forgot what it's called. It was like, I don't remember. It's like Unstable Realities or something. I think that's what it's called. But it is one of my favorite fan games. The map, it takes a super long time. You have to basically escape 2 maps, which, including this event, are pretty long. I think they take about 20 minutes each if you know how to do them. The thing is, you don't really know how to do them. And again, we see in the Insane series, keys show up in places you don't expect it to be. Sure, you have, in the event, you have this thing called infected vision, which gives it a little easier. But it's really hard since you don't know where anything is. If you know where it is, it becomes a little bit easier, but it still takes quite a while. And the only thing that makes it a little bit easier is that the bot is really buggy and doesn't always chase you. Sure, it took me about maybe an hour and a half, but I wasn't really trying that much. I was like AFK for a little bit because the bot was stuck, so I didn't have to move. And I was playing like Fortnite or something. But anyways, yeah, it's really sad because you have to escape 2 chapters, and these chapters are pretty long. Yeah, but it doesn't bring back too much Piggy vibes memories either. I think that's a constant mishap in the bottom 3. I feel like the top 6 have at least some part of the memories. But you basically just escape their version of the station or house map. It's the house map. It's really just confusing. Let's just move on to number 6. In number 6, I am putting Piggy Lost in the Backrooms. Now, I got really frustrated with this event, because in this event, you have to go into chapter 1, the backrooms, right? And do some code. An obby, a code. Yeah. But you have to unlock part of that. Part of the map to get to that code. Kind of like the Insane series. So, it takes about 5 minutes to unlock that map. Not much. But then you have to do an obby. And there's this one specific jump in the obby. It's like, basically the obby has to go straight and then you turn left. It's the last jump on that straight path. I'm not going to tell you how to do the event. You can watch some tutorials on it, but it is really hard. It took me about maybe an hour or an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to the second part. Because once you do the code, you get teleported into another game. It's now. I think this part 2 is really, really good. I think it's amazing. You revisit the house. You revisit the station, I believe. I do not know. Hold on. I know you revisit the school, the hospital, the metro. You revisit the forest a little bit. And the second part is a really good, just chef's kiss. It is amazing. There's even a chase scene which really kind of scared me. I literally jumped one part. There was a jump scare kind of. And it is a checkpoint, so if you do die in this area, you don't have to restart all the way back from the original game. You just go back to the start of this other game. And it revisits a lot of old memories while kind of keeping it similar to their unique game, which is the Backrooms. And I'm going to put it at 6. I would love to put it a lot higher, maybe 4 or 3, but that first part is just really, really hard. Coming at number 5 is Desolate Disruption. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I think this is a pretty good one. I would give it the definition of good. A little bit better than average. It's good, alright? So, basically, it's just a boss fight. It utilizes the Piggy format with keys. And somehow, yeah, it's a medium level of difficulty. It takes you like maybe 2 attempts, and each attempt's like, it probably takes you 15 minutes to beat it. It's a really balanced difficulty. And they also did a really good redesign of Little Brother, but the main part is the map's pretty small. But yeah, I think this is a good map. It's probably definition of good or average. It's not bad. It's not super good. It's just good. I don't see a problem with it, but I don't see any things beside the difficulty what level, which is like perfect. Coming in at number 4, we have Piggy Miserability. Coming into this event, I had no idea what this game was. It shocked me that this event was actually pretty good. I know I forget the first part. Actually, no, I remembered it. I really liked the first part. It was good. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too easy. The second part, it was kind of boring, but again, not too hard, not too easy. It was a little bit harder, but it's not that hard. And the last part, which was the Mr. Stitchy boss fight, I think it was really, really good. I love that part. It was just a little bit confusing, but that's really what shoots it up, plus the first part. And there's like a little thing at the end, but that doesn't really, it's still good, but like, it's not going to increase the thing. It's just really small, like 2 minutes. But I think it was a great game. I think it was pretty good on the difficulty level. Didn't take me that long. The only thing that I did mess up on was I think I died. So I had to reset. It was easy to speedrun once you know what to do. So I think it was a high level game. It did not bring back too many memories though. And you're gonna see that with the Willow Raid 2, because this was a collaboration, which was like between Willow Raid and Piggy Miserability. They kind of did a collab and try to have a storyline. But honestly, it was pretty good. So let's go into number 3. Number 3, we have Piggy Intensity. Now, going into this game, I knew what it was, right? I think most people, if you know Insane series, you probably know what Piggy Intensity is. But different from Piggy Insane series, this map actually brought me a lot of nostalgia. You go through the house, forest, gallery, station, the original 4 maps. And I think it's really well done. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. I really liked the end part where you have to do like a code in the gallery and defeat Georgie. I think it was really, really good. And honestly, I feel like it could be better than number 2. I want to put it over number 2. But there's just something better in the number 2 that I mean, if I put Piggy Intensity over whatever I have at the number 2 spot, I wouldn't even be that mad. But I think the number 2 spot takes it slightly by an edge. But I really like the Piggy Intensity one. Going into number 2, we have Willow Raid. Yes, this was the collaboration with Piggy Miserability. The first part, it was okay. Nothing that bad with it. It was a little bit confusing for me with, I'm not going to explain it, but it was a little bit confusing. What I really like, I think it was great. The middle part, which is like kind of you time traveled a little bit when you go through the different maps. I think that was pretty good. It was really good actually. But what really makes me like this event was the last part. At the end, you're in the time machine with a robot named Wobby, and these wormholes or whatever start opening up, and people from other Piggy dimensions start sliding in. So it's like, for example, let's say Georgie comes into the thing. He's in the time machine, and there's like screens everywhere. You have to just put him back in his right universe, which would obviously be regular Piggy, but instead it's like a bunch of Piggy fan games, and I really like this part. It's very unique. It brings back quite a bit of nostalgia, even though I didn't know what some of the fan games were. It had Piggy but 100 players. That brought back a lot of nostalgia. But yeah, I think it was very unique. Plus the middle part too is very good. So I'm going to put this at number 2. Coming in at number 1, the best event out of the whole event is Case 131. I did not know what this game was, but when I played it, it was perfect. It followed you. It gave me nostalgia of Forest, Gallery, Station, House. So 4 original maps, 4 iconic maps, if you will. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too easy. But the only problem I could see with this, let's just get it out of the way, is that for me, I joined the game. It's unlike the other events, you can actually do this in a multiplayer. So I joined, and they were like just finishing up. So I just got the badge and left in like a couple seconds. But I replayed it, and it was really, really good. The first part, very good. Second part, first part was extremely good. Second part, it was very good too. Like Bunny's funeral, Doggy's funeral. It brings back nostalgia. Even though I wasn't part of the Piggy community back in that day, I still know what it is, and I get the reference. And the third part, I mean, it wasn't the best. Like, I did not really understand the code, but after you read it a little bit, you kind of get it. But yeah, I did end up beating it, kind of. We ran out of time, but I'm going to consider myself beating that one. But the first part of the map is just so good. And yeah, so that's the event. Part 2 is coming out tomorrow. So let me know what you think of this list. I'm gonna make another list for part 2, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Piggy content. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.